Congratulations!
Hey! Thank you so much.
Oh.
You have absolutely no idea how much this means to us because, as I said in my application, if people don't know about us, if they don't see what we do, no one's going to buy us. So this grant helps me create videos that I can then use in marketing. And yeah, so it's 5 grand that I did not have before. So it will go like literally the next day. I said to my lady who done some videos for us before, I said, I've got 5 grand, get me as much out of it as possible. Can we use the raw files from last time and make some new videos and then shoot some more? And I'm going like, I need more than what you normally do out of 5 grand. So she said, Steph, we will look after you. So it's honestly, it could not have come to a better time. And I'm so grateful to yourself, that you give female entrepreneurs this kind of opportunity. And then obviously the judges, that they saw something that was, worthwhile to give the grant out. So yeah, it's like, and particularly on the day I wasn't the best in the mood kind of thing. So you and my son just made my day on that day when you called me up, and I'm going like, yes. So,
Oh my God. Well, the pleasure is all mine. I mean, I recorded a podcast interview with you a little while ago, so I already knew you were amazing. So to see your name come up with the judging, I was just like absolutely thrilled because I know that your business is so incredible. I know how tirelessly you work to make sure that the quality is like literally second to none. So you are so deserving. It is just absolutely so incredible what you've built. Let's tell everyone what you have built. What's your business all about?
well, my company is called Fempro Armour. And in the nutshell, we provide protective gear for injury preventions for females in impact sports. And those impact sports can be motorcycle, horse riding, AFL, NRL, rugby. Last weekend, I went to my first roller derby event. So
Cool.
the armor or the technology in the different sporting industry is exactly the same. It's just the how do you say, the application is different. It might be a thinner product or thicker, but whenever you have an impact um, heading towards you, you should be wearing Fempro armor to minimize impact injuries and then obviously long-term issues that can come out of those. So it's not just about preventing broken bones, but it's also the accumulative amount of impact that will have, like let's say you play for 20 years rugby and you get hit over and over and over, you will recover because you're young, your cells are still good, but then you will pay when you're like in your 40s and 50s.
Mm.
So wearing body armor will minimize the effects that are years to come, down the track. So but that's
Yeah.
pretty much what we do. And we're now also going into the Defence Force. We've partnered up with a company in Canada who uses our product to make theirs on top. So basically theirs is to prevent the bullet in going into the body, and ours is to absorb the impact force of the bullet to prevent obviously injuries, because you can still get hurt. You might not die,
Mm.
but you still can get hurt, but also it will make the defensive plate, more comfortable to be worn. So, and then of course we're not just doing one thing or maybe two. We're going into healthcare, or we are in healthcare. So we prevent head or femur fractures in elderlies. So because statistics shows that those who a large percentage of people who have fallen and broken the head or femur will die within 12 to 18 months. And
Mm.
I had 2 of those. My grandma, she died 4 days after her break, and my mom is still alive, but her health has deteriorated significantly since the fall. And
Mm.
so yeah, so our body armor goes into the healthcare space as well.
Wow. And it's really interesting. I was so fascinated, and I'm not surprised that there aren't more products available for women. But when you told me that in all of these sports and in the army and military or all of these places, like they just have to wear what men wear. And obviously, women don't have the same body shape as men. And I was just blown away that no one had really come out and said women actually need their own solution to this problem.
Well, there are some companies out there, like let's say in the defense. So when I went to Melbourne to the Defense Expo last year, there are three body armors that had a female shape.
Yep.
It's not just about the female shape. There's uh, breasts in itself comes in various shapes and forms. So when we
Yes.
designed our very first body armor, we did a lot of breast shapes, like breast implant, not implant, like I used the plaster cast. You know, when you
Yep.
break your
Yep.
arm, you get a plaster cast. Well, I did a lot of those on boobs.
Yep.
So because breasts come in various shapes and forms and sizes,
Yeah.
so just having a cup shape does not, it it ticks sort of a box, but there's just
Mm,
so much more to it. And then like if we talk about in sports, there are some companies that do female design gear, but then they use just crappy foam that you can buy at
mm,
Clark's Rubber that will slow down the energy, which is great. But that's again just one box, because even if you slow down the energy, you still have all that energy going into your body. Yes, at a slower rate. But
yeah.
me as an ex athlete, I don't want any energy coming in, because so I want it to go back out. So there is more to, like they I mean, like in AFL and rugby, there is a company that does a hard cup shape, um individual cups, but unless you have the perfect size for that cup, well, it's useless. And then
Yeah.
hard plastic is not comfortable to be worn. And yes, it's better than nothing,
Mm,
like all of those have a place in the spectrum. But like people always ask me, what's the difference between this company and ours? And I'm going like, okay, well, let's do, you have a Hyundai, nothing against Hyundais, I used to have one. Then you have a Rolls, nothing about that, they're not my cup of tea. But if I have to drive against a wall at 100k an hour, I know which car I want to be in it, because Rolls is one of the safest cars that you can buy in our world.
yep.
So they all have its place, but you're gonna have to think about what's more important as such. And yeah, so it's, in my opinion, there is stuff out there. A lot of people don't know about them. So if they do choose to wear something that is designed for a guy, once you put curves into it, like doesn't matter if they're at the front or on the side, or you know a hard plastic flat piece does not work, because it
Yeah.
creates crevices and holes, and then it doesn't move with you. And one of the things I wanted to design is, because we come in various shapes and forms, that it molds to every single shape that is out here on the planet. So that was one point, that and that is one of our points, that we not just because of how it reacts to energy, but also on how it goes onto the body, and that's how we're so different compared to what is on the market. So
Yeah, I love it. It's so true. I mean, women do come in all different shapes and sizes, so it just makes sense that somebody like you has gone to the effort of designing a product that is going to be suitable for women. I think it's absolutely phenomenal. So talk to me about applying for the grant. Was this your first time or have you applied a couple of times? What was the process like for you?
I've applied pretty much a day after I joined
Yes.
the grant for the last, for, was it round 8?
Yep.
Yep. So for round 8, and I obviously did not get it because I found out that you can only win it once, and that's it basically,
Yep.
which fair enough. So it gives chance to everyone. Um, But at the time when I signed up, I was not quite sure on um, the use of the grant, which I
Mm,
think I did not fulfill the criteria properly. So, having gone into past videos, then for that round 9, it may like, oh, hang on, yeah, this is where I did wrong. So obviously, um, like applying is pretty simple. I mean, it's really straightforward, but you still have to answer the questions properly so
yeah.
that it ticks the criteria, which I think I didn't do right the first time. And not to say I would have gotten it the first time. I was just really surprised that literally within 2 goes I got awarded. So this is pretty cool. And but yeah, as I said, the doing it or applying for it is very straightforward. And what I really like is you don't have to, some of the grants that I have applied that I knew I would not get is because I didn't make the cut for the turnover, the financial
Mm,
part, or like I tried to apply for one where I need 5 full-time employees in order to, like, I ticked every single other box. And I'm
wow.
like, or sometimes when you apply for grants, you obviously have to contribute, match funding, which I have absolutely no problem with it. And it's not always match funding where time in lieu or, that kind of stuff.
Yep.
I do think financial match funding gives skin in the game. I totally agree. But as a startup company, I don't have 10, 20, 30 grand
Just sitting in the bank
sitting
account
there.
waiting. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Sitting there for me to match the grant. So I
Mm.
applied, for example, to one of the Ignites. Um,
Oh, yep.
yeah. So I have to come up with like 10 grand, which you know now I can do this better than what I did in previous years,
Mm,
but I still have to find 10 grand in order to get 80 grand from them. And so if they would make it where, for example, you could get a loan through the government and then make a
yeah.
repayment, or you could, like different ways on how you can do your match funding,
Mm,
that would be awesome. But your grant, you don't need that. You qualify if you're female, you're in business, and you want to bring your product out to the market in a certain way that will excel your sales rates or the awareness and all that. And that's pretty much it. So like, I mean, who wouldn't? I mean, my membership has paid itself multiple times now. If so, and your program is amazing. Like of what's in there. So the few $100s where your membership cost in a year, it's yeah. And having a much easier way to win maybe 5 or 10 grand that you can spend on something that you didn't had before.
mm.
Like as I said, I had no $5,000 for marketing. Like my marketing is like, oh, I have a little bit now, so I take that and do that. But there is nothing consistent as such. But now
Yes.
5 grand gives me multiple videos that I can then plug into the various things that I do have, and which makes a huge difference to us. So I always say, put your application in it. You have to be in it to win it. And who cares if it takes 2, 3, 4, 5 times? You just never know. And obviously, we were just lucky enough to get it fairly quickly in the kind of thing. And so, yeah, it's go for it, girls. Do it.
Oh, I love it so much. And you're so right. Look, that's the whole reason we started the Spark Grants was because I had the same experience in my previous business where I just didn't qualify for even the female grants because I had male shareholders. So there was always a reason why I wasn't eligible for something. So I was like, women deserve access to funds to do the amazing businesses that they're out there building, and they're putting their whole family on the line and their careers on the line, and they're, backing themselves. Like, more people need to back them as well. So I'm
Yeah.
so glad that you had a good experience with it. And absolutely,
Oh,
everyone should throw their hat in the ring.
yeah. I mean, I cannot say not one single thing bad about this program. I don't have anything to say on that. I
Well, that's
I
good.
I can only say more women needs to go in. And the more women you have, maybe down the track you can increase the grant amount because more participate. I don't know,
Yeah.
but even if you don't win the grant, the stuff that you can get out of this program is amazing. And to be quite honest, I didn't think I would get it this time either. So when you
Yeah.
rang me, or when you texted me first, I thought, oh shit, what's wrong with my
What have I done wrong?
application?
Yeah, I know.
I mean, how crazy it
It's
is.
like,
It's
just
like
answer the phone, woman.
it's like going to the negative first. What's wrong first? And then I'm
Yeah.
going like, oh, hang on. So afterwards, when I had this thought, then I thought, oh, hang on, she did say she will call the people. Maybe I won, so I was slightly excited before you called me. And because I didn't want to get too excited, because I didn't want to get disappointed either.
I know. Oh my God. Yes.
Yeah,
I know.
but
It's so funny that even the 10K winner was the same. She was like so frantic and busy doing whatever she was doing. I was like, just like make 5 minutes for me because this will be a good phone call.
yeah. But
Oh, funny.
honestly, for anyone that is looking at it and thinks, oh, this might be a scam, ladies, it's not a scam. I do have the proof the money is in my account. So and yeah, it's thank you again. I really appreciate the help, and obviously I have no idea what this is going to bring in the near future. Of my hopes are that more women will see what we do, and
Yes.
and then at least they have the knowledge that what we have
Mhm.
exists, or what
Yes.
they could use. So when their time is right, they then have everything, for them to purchase us. But without having those videos that we are going to create with this fund, this would be so much harder, and it probably would take so much longer. And because I all the time hear, oh, I wish I would have known about you earlier because I just bought
Mhm.
some gear, male gear, and then if you are paying something for $500, you don't really want to spend another $500 something.
Mm.
So my hopes is this will change our trajectory, and so thank you.
Absolutely. Well, you are again so deserving, Steph. Thank you so much for sharing your story with everybody, and congratulations again. And I can't wait to watch your success.
Yes, thank you.